What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Vashti Denise, and you already know why we're here. We're doing the review and recap of Season 1, Episode 7 of Tia, My Next Act. Let's get straight into it. All right, y'all. So this is Season 1, Episode 7 of Tia's My Next Act. And this episode is called The Anti-Bachelorette. The girls are going to Vegas. We've been seeing promo for a girls' trip at the end of this season, and now we are finally here. So let's walk through a few scenes before they actually get to Vegas. So we open up with Tia and the girls, of course, Sierra and Natasha, and they're having a cute little girls sleepover, like the girlies do. We've got the wine and the snacks and the pajamas, and they stumble across a game of Never Have I Ever, right? And for any of us that have played this game, you already know that the game is messy. The game is messy, okay? The whole point of the game is to get into people's business, to tell as little of your business and to find out as much as other people's business as possible, okay? And that's exactly what this game did. We found out some, a little bit of risque information about Tia, okay? We found out that your girl has been skinny dipping, your girl has kissed a girl. And let's pause, okay? Tia tells this cute story about her being in a club and, innocently being dared to kiss a girl or whatever. And she has a kiss girl moment. Cool. It is what it is. Natasha decides to troll us and tell us that she's kissed Rihanna.
If you say so, girl.
All I know is Rihanna, I would like a response within the next 24 hours. Okay? Tia's like, oh my God, I'm the innocent one? Like, amongst the three? That's crazy. Of course you're the innocent one, Tia. You've been married since you were like 20. Like, girl, you've only dated one man for real. Of course you're the most innocent one. I was surprised that you even went skinny dipping. So there was definitely that moment to where it was like, wow, I've done some things, but as they started to elaborate and share stories, Tia still felt pretty left out. And that's where the Vegas trip emerged, the thought emerged. There was a moment when they asked about going to a strip club, and Tia said she'd never been to a strip club. She said even during her bachelorette party when she was getting married, they didn't do strippers. They went to like a regular lounge. They had a good like girls' night out, and that was it. There were no strippers, right? So Natasha and Sierra, in their fashion, we're like, oh, so we need to get you strippers. Like, this is what needs to happen. And you know what? I'm here for that energy. I'm here for that energy. I'm definitely here for the girls boosting each other up, right? We've had enough emotional moments to where it was like, okay, well, let's reflect and figure out what we're feeling. Sometimes we just need to have fun. What did Cyndi Lauper say? Girls just want to have fun.
Girls just wanna have fun,
The Vegas trip has emerged, and they said since she didn't really have a proper bachelorette party, which she did, not saying that a bachelorette party has to have strippers, but they're saying, she didn't have the Vegas bachelorette trip experience, so we're going to call this the anti-bachelorette trip. And I'm totally here for it. Let's turn up. So yeah, it's the day of the Vegas trip, and Tia takes Cairo to Corey, her dad's house, to drop her off for the weekend so that she can go and hang with the girls. And she's about to freak out more than Cairo is, honestly. I mean, Cairo is asking the basic questions like a 5-year-old would.
Mommy, where are you going? I saw suitcases at the door when we left. Why? Why do you need suitcases, Mommy? What's going on?
We all know Cairo at this point, okay? She's going to ask the questions. She's going to get her answer, okay? And Tia was like, girl, mommy's going to hang out with some friends. You're going to hang out with daddy. It's going to be a great time. And she has like a little cry moment. The camera doesn't really show it, but, it stays on Tia. And we don't really get to experience the full tantrum. But once Tia gets back to the car, you can tell that it was work. She already looks drained. She's having mom guilt, and I get that. I'm not even a mom. I'm a fur mom, right? I have a fur baby. I was looking for my snooks. The one moment that I mentioned that man, he's not here. But y'all be hearing him all in my videos. Anyways, I have a fur baby. And even with my dog, I feel guilt when I'm gone for too long throughout the day. And you still have to understand, like, it can't all be on you, right? And y'all can tell me that I don't have no place to talk about this. Hit me in the comments and tell me, like, girl, you shouldn't be talking on how someone feels about their kid. But all I'm saying is, Tia, you don't have to feel guilty. And thankfully, I wasn't the only one that felt that way. Tia called her bestie, the bestie. She called Jerome, and he just confirmed, like, girl, you have to have fun. You have to have a good time. You have to pour back into yourself. There's no way that you can have energy and love and overflowing, enthusiasm for your children if you can't pour back into yourself. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup. And it's obvious that she needs this trip. She's still going through some emotions. She just had that breakup with Charles. So, she's feeling some type of way, honestly. And I think a good girls trip is exactly what she needs. So I'm really glad that she called Jerome in that moment so that she can get clarification. And now she can rush to the airport because apparently she's uber late. Okay. She's having this conversation with Jerome, and Natasha and Sierra are already sitting on the plane.
Girl.
She misses the first flight.
Aww.
She misses the first flight. Natasha and Sierra and Alina get on the first flight, and Tia ends up meeting them that night. And they meet up with their fourth friend that's going to be on the trip, and her name is Tahira. I hope I said that right. Tahira, okay? And she says that we should know her from Growing Up Hip Hop. I didn't watch the show. Not my cup of tea. She did look familiar. I'm not sure if she's an actress or what her actual profession is. If she's referencing Growing Up Hip Hop, that means that her parents are someone of note. So who knows? She's probably just enjoying, the fruits of her parents' labor. Wasn't that the moral of the show? Don't get me. Don't get me. Hit me in the comments if I'm wrong. Yeah, so Tahira, she is the fourth addition to this trip. The three girls meet up with her and they head to the hotel. So they pull up to Vegas and they end up staying in Resort World. Shout out to Resort World. I actually stayed there this past May for a work trip that I went to Vegas for. It was my first time being in Vegas and I had an amazing time. Resort World is so beautiful. It's actually 3 hotels in one that they just finished building. I want to say this year or like last year. Like, it's very new. It was beautiful. They showed their hotel. They had it completely decorated just like a bachelorette party. It looks like Hangover, but the girls' version, right? There were phalluses everywhere. They really went ham on, the party pieces. And I use the P specifically. There's a lot of that around. But it's Vegas. It's Vegas. It's what we're here for, right? Tia meets up with them at the restaurant and they give her a scavenger hunt list. And I love it because we're just in bachelorette fashion, right? It has a list of all the dares that they all have to do on this trip. So, like, they have to get an article of clothing from a stranger. They have to take a shot without using their hands. They have to dance on a bar. Just these fun little things, fun, innocent things that makes everyone participate in the festivities. That's the point, right? No one needs to be sad or feeling left out or feeling overwhelmed. Like, we need to just tap into these kid-like games, and just enjoy the moment. One thing that I like that Tahira says is the happiness level can't dip under a 7. Period. Okay, we're in Vegas. You leave those tears back at home. And they agree to do everything on this list. They even check off a few things while they're at the restaurant. So I just think it's great that everyone's in good spirits. Everyone is there to make sure that Tia is having a good time and she has a great experience, you know? They do a few more things to check off their list. They get a guy to give Tia a piggyback ride throughout the lobby of the hotel. Just so cute. Like they're just having a good time. They're enjoying Vegas. They get a guy to buy them shots. They're just having a good time checking off the list. And of course they say, hey, we're gonna go to this magic show. Let's like sneak in and do a magic show before the end of the night. And you know, they're pumping up this magic show. Come to find out it's a magic mic show.
There's men everywhere. What are we to do?
There was like, I've never been to a Magic Mike show, but that's pretty much what I thought it would be. I have seen the movie, the first one. There was no need to watch the sequel. There was barely a need to watch the first one, honestly. So yeah, but the show in person, I'm sure was a ball. And from what we saw,
Tia had an amazing time.
I'm just saying. She had a good time, okay? The strippers, they came up to their section. It looked like they were sitting in a cute little VIP area. And they came up to the section and gave her a lap dance. They had homegirls' heels in the air. Okay. You know how when you go to a bachelorette party at a strip club and they give the bride like the special treatment, right? They'll pick her up, they'll put her on the ground, they'll grind all on her and everything. And they held nothing back for Tia. Okay. She got the full treatment. They gave her the grind in the seat and then they took her to the stage and did even more. Okay. She even licked whipped cream off of one of the strippers' chests. I said, you better have fun, Tia. I was just happy for her. I'm just happy for her. This is one of the first episodes where I truly feel like she's just let go and is enjoying herself. Even the girls are saying, like, this is the first time I've ever seen Tia really let loose like that. And I think that's awesome. Everyone needs at least one or two trips like this, right? If you haven't done a Vegas trip yet with your girls or with your boys, you need to plan it ASAP. And it doesn't always have to be about, you know, drinking and doing the most and all of that. It's really just about having fun with your group of friends in a different environment. It doesn't always have to be Vegas. You can find somewhere else to go, but I definitely encourage people to do group trips, even to create new memories. There was a moment in the beginning of the episode where Tia was hesitant about going to Vegas because she said she went to Vegas a lot with Corey when they were married. So this was a way for her to not rewrite history, but to write some new stories, right? To give Vegas a new vibe. Because it's true, when you do so much with your ex, the things that y'all did falls under the category of like sadness and nostalgia in almost a bad way. So it was good that she was able to write some new stories with the girls. The season finale is next week. Well, this week, it's this Friday. So I will definitely be reviewing that as soon as possible so that we can talk about how this season ends together. She's got some more Vegasing to do. And apparently Charles comes back up. Apparently she gonna give him a call. So we gonna see what that conversation is about. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this episode. I feel like they gave us a little more pop this episode, with just a little less story, which is fine. We've had a lot of storytelling throughout this season. So this was a good, fun episode, right? Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Make sure that you check out all the reviews from the past episodes so that when we talk about the finale, we can all be caught up and talk together. Thanks for watching. It's your girl, Vashti Denise.